too. You're working hard tonight. You're studying a lot. That's great. Good. And we also have Trung with us. Hi, Trung.
Yes, hello, teacher.
How are you?
Yeah, today I'm fine, teacher.
Good. And you're from Vietnam, right?
Yes, correct.
Good. Okay. And we also have Svetlana. Hi, Svetlana.
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good today, thank you. And you?
Good, good. How is your little boy? I don't hear him.
He's fun. It is fun.
Good, good. I'm glad. Okay, so Lana, you're from Russia, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have Mexico, Vietnam, and Russia with us. So it will be interesting today. So our topic is world news. Okay. So first, I want to talk to you about if watching the news is important to you. Why or why not? We're going to then watch a video about Cuba and the United States because now Americans can travel to Cuba. And then we're going to talk about important events happening in your country. So I want you to share with us news from your country. Okay? So that's more or less our lesson for the day. So my first question is, do you watch the news? Is it important to you? Why or why not? Okay? So can I start with Trung? Trung, can you go ahead?
Yes. Uh, yes, I do. Because it's very important because it's update information every day with me. Because I love because I love to information, especially in technologies, news, and everybody has their different habits. Some people like but economics news, and some people political news. And with me, I like to the technologies news. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can say I like. So you can say I love to be informed about the newest information.
Yes.
Okay?
I love to be informed about the newest information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Specifically regarding technology.
Yes.
Good. Okay. Good. Awesome. Thank you, Trung. And Trung, can you ask Svetlana this question?
Yes. Hello, Barcelona.
Hello.
Do you watch the news? Is this important to you? Why or why not?
Yes, of course, it's important for me. I watch the news every day.
It's important to me. Okay.
It's my every word mistake.
I know. That's why I interrupted you.
It's important to me. It's important to me every day because I want to know what's going on my country, in my country, and in the world, yeah. Because I don't work and I rarely conversation with people with clear people.
Okay. Yeah, because your son, he was very little. Okay. I understand that. I understand. Okay, good job, Svetlana. Thank you. So Svetlana, can you ask Javier this question?
Yes, hello. Do you watch the news? So is it important to you? Why or why not?
Hi, Svetlana. Yeah, it's important for me, but
Important to me.
important to me. Yeah, but we need to live here so, with a little responsibility.
Yeah, you can say discretion.
because all the news is not all true.
Exactly. So we be careful. To listen with discretion, right? Okay.
Okay, then we need to analyze what we read and take a decision of that.
Yeah. Because we need to make an educated decision. You need to make an educated decision.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. Good point. Okay, so we have 2 more students that joined the class as well. We have Sevim, and we also have Huang. So Sevim, you're from Turkey, right? Is that correct? Yes. Nice to see you again. And then we have Huang as well. Hi, Huang. Okay. Javier, can you ask Sevim this question, please?
Yes, of course. Hi, Sabine. Good day, afternoon. I don't know. Did you watch the news? It is important to you. Why or why not?
I don't used to watch a lot, but these days I feel I should watch and learn what's going on the world and try to see different perspectives, try to read my country's news and the other countries' news as well, to learn the differences,
Yeah.
to see more realistic.
Yeah. No, great. I think that's a really good point. So you try to be informed and watch the news. Sometimes for me, I like to watch the news, but after I watch the news, if I watch it in the morning, I feel depressed because it's bad. A lot of the news is negative. But I agree, it's important to be informed. So good job, you guys. Thank you all for your comments. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch a video. Okay? So, Svetlana, can you read the title for us?
Cuba Joe expectation.
Expectations.
Expectations.
Good. Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to reload it so the subtitles come on. And this is a video about how now Americans can travel to Cuba. Okay? So we're going to watch it 1 time. Just relax and watch. The second time, I'm going to ask you some questions about the video. Okay?
First time in war, more Americans will soon be allowed. Means that tourism industry that's already seen a major influx in interest.
There was 100,000 Americans on these types of trips last year, and I think that number will grow to 200,000, 300,000, 400,000.
All right, so let's go through this 1 more time. My first question, Trung, what is a century? Is a century 1,000 years or 100 years?
A century is 100 years.
Yeah, good. So half a century is how many years?
50 years.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, Svetlana, for the first time in half a century, what are Americans allowed to do?
Could you repeat please your question?
Sure. So, for the first time in more than half a century, what are Americans now allowed to do?
Allowed to travel to Cuba.
Yeah, they are allowed to travel to Cuba.
Yeah.
First time in war, more Americans will soon be allowed to investigate.
Okay. So the U.S. begins to thaw its barrier with the communist nation. Sivim, does this mean that the relations are getting friendlier or cooler?
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so to thaw its barrier, does that mean that the relationship between the U.S. and Cuba is becoming friendlier or unfriendlier?
Friendlier.
Yeah, good. And Sibyl, do you know what thaw means?
Thaw means kind of melt.
Yeah, great, good job. It's a difficult grammar. Good job. Yeah, to kind of melt. It's a perfect word, right? So to warm up. If we warm something up, it thaws. Okay. Good.
In the waves of tourism industry that's already seen a major influx in interest.
Okay, Javier, are American people interested and happy to go to Cuba or not?
Well, I think they are interested to go to visit Cuba.
Yeah, there's a major influx of interest. That's a lot of people are interested. Okay, good.
There was 100,000 last year, and I think that number will grow to 200, 300, 400,000.
Okay. So, Ron, how many Americans went last year to Cuba?
Sorry, can you repeat, teacher?
Sure. How many Americans went to Cuba last year?
Mm, last year the number is 100,000.
Yeah, good. And Svetlana, how many Americans how many Americans does he think will go to Cuba?
To Cuba, we grow to maybe 2, 3, maybe 400,000.
Yeah, good. Okay, guys, great job. Does anybody have any questions? This video. Okay. All right. So now I would like to know what's going on in your countries. Okay, so if you can, give me an update about your city or your country, and tell us what is some latest news. So Sylvie, can I start with you? What is going on in Turkey?
We will go and have re-election for the local place only for Istanbul. This is the recent news. It will be in June.
And can you explain to us why this is important?
Because Istanbul is the economical capital in Turkey, and it's a big fun. So which party get the power, get ruled, they will have a more power.
Okay.
So two parties, one of the left parties and one of the right parties, vote super close to each other, and the government place count the votes. They think we should re-elect again.
Okay.
So we will have a re-election and we will see the results.
Okay, and at this moment in Turkey, are people pretty divided or are people pretty united? I mean, is there a lot of difference in opinion, or what is the feeling?
These days, I feel it's 50-50, it's divided.
Okay.
So 50% left side, 50% right side, and there is no party to reunite them. So it's always a mixture, always is a little bit chaos. So that's why we re-elect again.
Okay.
Nobody's happy for the results, but we have to.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And do you know who you want to vote for? Do you have a strong opinion?
The last time for Istanbul, left party won, but the right party won re-election. And I don't know. I don't think the last election was bad. I mean, the result is results. They won, but they re-elected again. If they do, they have plan, I think.
Okay.
So I'm not happy re-election for the re-election.
Okay, so are you looking forward to a change, or are you happy so you're looking forward to a change? You hope something will change?
I hope the result will be the same the last time. I want the left side win because I don't think we need re-election. But I don't know. We will see.
Okay. So we will cross our fingers for you. I hope you go.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, good. Thank you, Sadim. Huang, can you share some news about Vietnam with us? Oh, Huang, are you with us? Trung, can you share some news about Vietnam with us?
Sorry, what information we share here?
Yeah, can you tell us about news from Vietnam? What's happening in Vietnam?
Happening anything in Vietnam?
Yeah, what's the latest news?
Yes, because recently I have problem with my government, and I don't now I don't read any paper or watch any news in Vietnam government, and because all the information from the government is a lie. Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and I don't like to watching more, and yes.
So you said you like to watch news about the newest technology. Can you share something about that?
Yes, I love technology, and recently, because I love to action cam and apply cam, it's around. And recently, DJI is the best brand name in the fly cam is around, and they have to first with the action camera compared to with the GoPro, because GoPro is an action camera for a long time, and now DJI they so famous in the drone with the fly cam. Now they have to the first action cam competitor to with the GoPro, and I think it's so exciting, and I hope in the future, uh, action camera have to the more feature, and more to I think it's more cheaper. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And do you use one?
Oh no, I just use the GoPro. Yes, and I want to try in the DJI. But I watch in some information in because with some new products, a lot of people try to buy it, and they to share information like uh, they will share the information, and after they use it, and they talk about these products, and maybe DJI not good, not better than in a GoPro. GoPro is always the best in action cam. Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I didn't know the difference, so thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you.
Good job, John. Javier, can you share some news about Mexico with us?
Okay. It's better about Mexico than about Chihuahua because we don't have a very good news. But
Okay.
Mexico, okay, we have a president, and he's from left. Uh, it's so populist, but I hope he will make great again this country. We had a lot of bad governments and bad people. They stole a lot, and well, I hope this new president have the dedication the dedication to make the country grow up again.
Okay. So you hope he makes the country great again, and he hopes the country to grow economically, I imagine.
No, not so economical because we are a rich country. Um, I think we need growth about the social people, and we have a big trouble with the narco traffic.
I see.
Uh, here in Chihuahua is the best place to cross the border.
Uh,
We have just a little part of the area of the desert.
Okay.
We're not like Sonora. They have all the desert with Arizona, and they have weather is about 50 grade centimeters.
mhm.
And then here in Chihuahua, it's hard too, but it's not so experienced the will. Then the people, the bad guys, like Trump said, uh, choose Chihuahua, the desert of Chihuahua.
Really?
Fast to cross their drugs. So, well, it's complicated for us.
Yeah, it's very complicated. But are you happy? Are you happy for the new president, the new Mexican president?
It's too early to say that. He
Okay.
had 5 months in the power, and he had a lot of good ideas, but there are sentence that say that the way to um, the way to the inferno,
In hell?
to the hell, yes. The way to the hell is with a lot of roses. Then we don't know.
Okay. So he has to prove that what he says is true before you will be happy.
Yes, yes, of course.
He has to keep all his promises. Makes sense. I hope for the best for Mexico. Good. Thank you, Javier. Great job.
Thank you.
And Svetlana, can you share some news about Russia with us? Svetlana, are you with us?
Yeah.
There you are.
The Russian news, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Since it's summer, in Russia. We will discuss holidays, and and a lot of talk about the development of the Crimea, city, Crimea, as a resort city, resort town. The government, I don't know this, 1 second, encourages people to rest in our country, in Russia. Not abroad, not Georgia, not Egypt, not Cuba, not. So. And because a lot of money was spent on improving the Crimean, Crim and Sochi, yeah.
So are these cities? So are you talking the money was spent on improving Cream or
Crim, Sochi. It's south city. It's top city. Black Sea.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're like,
It's Russian resort city.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
so your wants you guys to go stay in Russia and go there for vacation.
Yeah, stay from Russia. Not stay abroad. No, maybe a lot of people like resorts in Turkish, in Egypt, yeah, and maybe Thailand, and Cuba, but Cuba a long flight,
Yeah.
a long time flight, maybe 12 hours, maybe just
Right.
hours. Yeah.
And so Svetlana, what do you feel about this? Do you think it's okay for your government to suggest this, or do you think that you should be free to decide where to go on vacation?
I don't know. It's beautiful that government spend develop other city,
Yeah.
No Moscow, no St. Petersburg. It's big city. You need develop other city, yeah. But I think people you need choose. People you need to choose uh, uh, when you want resort, yeah. Resort.
Absolutely.
Maybe abroad, maybe other city, maybe in village,
Yeah.
in, maybe in village, maybe in Moscow, maybe in Sochi, Krim. I don't know. People, you need to choose.
Absolutely. Okay, interesting. That's interesting. I had no idea. That's cool. That's cool that they developed the city for you guys. Okay, guys. So just to review today, we talked about world news. First, we talked about if you watch the news and if it's important to you, and we all agreed it's important, but sometimes it's difficult to watch the news, and sometimes we don't trust the news, so we have to be careful. Then we watched a video about Cuba and how the U.S. and Cuba, Americans can travel to Cuba, which is great. And then we talked about important events happening in your country. So thank you guys all for sharing everything that you wanted to share. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a really good day. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.
Bye.